Farm and Country Life, 1916. Jerry Boyle, Director in Teagasc. What is this? What is going on here?
Well, Marty, what we're doing here is we're recreating farming and country life as it would have been in 1916. I mean, what we try to do is create a sense of community as it would have been in rural areas around the time of the Rising.
But the purpose then is to kind of go back in time to 100 years ago and give a snapshot of what life was like. So what can if I go for a walkabout now, what can I expect to see?
Well, hopefully you'll see several dimensions of what life is like. I mean, clearly we're dealing with farming and country life, so animals obviously very important. So you'll see different types of animal breeds. The farm household, of course, was a central feature of rural communities, and we've recreated the farm household here. Oh. Yeah, I think it's pretty authentic. We also have right around the site here, you'll see life-size reproductions of photographs of the period, depicting major events in the history of the period, including eviction scene, very graphically illustrated in some of the presentations. Absolutely, yeah. So they can have a huge opportunity, for example, to participate in haymaking.
Right, yeah.
And we had great fun this morning with children. Really enjoy that, you know, being able to, you know, enjoy themselves bouncing around the hay and so on. So there's plenty of opportunities like that.
I'd enjoy that myself, so I think I'm going to have a bit of crack.
Okay.
Jerry, lovely to meet you. I'm going to go for a bit of a walkabout.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest of the day.
I look forward to it.
See you.
In no time at all, I found myself involved in loads of activities. The Liam McCarthy Cup. I hope I'm not the only cameraman to get their hands on the cup this year. Up the banner.
Girls, they would play with a size 4. This is generally, it actually looks like a size 5 slitter, but it's actually nice. Yeah.
And the hurley sticks, of course, were very different, weren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Today, it's more fuller at the base. This one here, it's actually lovely to, it's a lovely swing off it, all right, to do the ground stroke.
Yeah.
But in terms, it took a while to get used to it. It will be way more difficult to solo now with this, and
it was probably
to
more
make sure on the strike as well.
It was probably more suited to ground hurling.
Exactly, yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's see, I have a clear Galway combination here. See how can we combine.
I'm reciting this poem to remind you all of our ancestor Fenians who were to fall. Their ideas were high, their ambitions were great, but were they wise to their inevitable fate?
That's amazing, the things you see around here in Athenry. Ah, the Banatee. Conastatu.
And how are you?
I'm very well, how are you?
Well, now I'm not too bad considering all that's going on around the place.
Well, there seems to be an awful lot going on around the place. I've seen some awful shenanigans. What was all that about?
Oh, stop. I'm kilt out watching it. I'll tell you what happened below. There's a family below now and they were never any good. None of them were ever any good. The father and the grandfather and the great-grandfather before them, they were demons for the drink. God help them.
But sure, that's no harm.
It is no harm in one way. But you'd want to keep the rent paid.
Well, that's true.
Now, the landlord above is a nice, he's a fair man. He's a fair man, and like we'd pay every month.
Right.
And there's no problem with him. But your man below, Tom, drank it. Told the wife he was paying it. And off to the pub and drank it.
Oh my God.
He sold the daughter into this house, and my fool of a brother paid £100 for her.
Paid £100 for
Paid
her?
£100 for the daughter, looking for a wife he was, and he should know better at his age.
Good God. I can't believe it.
Well, didn't the landlord catch up with them when he went down? Your man must have drank the £100 because there was still months and months of rent owing. Well, down he went, and he got the boys with the poles, and down they went and knocked down the house. Women and children and everything flying out of it. And they knocked it down and left them abroad on the street.
My, I saw it. It was terrible.
And did you see what happened next?
No.
Who arrived on Eamon Kent in the middle of it all?
Eamon Kent.
Do you know Eamon Kent?
I don't know who Eamon Kent is.
Them old pipes. He just
He's a
be playing
musician.
them.
Oh,
He is, but he's one of these, what are they calling themselves now? What are they calling themselves? The Republicans.
Oh, Republicans, yeah.
Something
yeah.
volunteers.
Oh, the volunteers, yeah.
It could be a volunteer,
I saw a
something
sign
like
that said
that,
the
anyway.
volunteers, yeah.
So in he comes and he starts shouting and roaring abroad. Now he's a fine man.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, he's a fine man if I was a bit younger.
Right.
But out he was, and he's shouting and roaring and looking for volunteers, and he's going to fix Ireland. Well, what did the poor woman below do? Only the two sons went off with the volunteers and left her on her own. She's there now with two small mice instead of that height.
The poor
And a
thing.
little girl in, and sure she'll be next to be sold.
Such is a sad day.
That is a sad day. Well, now the only thing about it is I sent the brother off to the volunteers as well.
Right.
So I have the house to myself again now.
Right.
Things
Peace and
is
quiet.
right. Peace and quiet. I'm long enough minding them now, and the
Well, you
little
are.
thanks
fair
I
to
get
say,
for
you're a
it.
saint. So what are you doing now?
Well, I'm baking a bit of bread.
Good girl. Fair
Just a
play
bit of
to you.
soda bread now. Only myself to eat it.
Right. Fair play to
I
you.
won't know myself really. Now I have a good bit of work to do on the fields, but I'll manage it. I'll be all right. I'm working this farm.
I might join you later.
Well, come in any time. There'll always be a drop of
Come
tea
here,
here if you
Margaret.
want a cut of bread.
Fair
All
play
right.
to you, honestly.
Good luck
Fair
to you
play.
now. Good
Well
luck.
done. Well done.
Low lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly.